Picture this. You wake up, grab your phone, and nothing. No TikTok, no YouTube, no emails, not even Google. The internet has completely disappeared. And not just for you, everywhere for everyone for one whole week. What happens next? Let's find out.
The internet is like the invisible glue holding modern life together. It runs our jobs, our schools, our shopping, even our friendships. But what if, starting tomorrow, it all went dark? No Wi-Fi, no mobile data, no cloud services. Just 7 days of offline living. Day 1, confusion. At first, people would think their router broke. Tech support lines would explode. But soon, everyone would realize it's not just them. It's the entire planet. Social media addicts would wander around like zombies, desperately refreshing blank screens. Day 2, panic shopping. Online stores like Amazon, eBay, and grocery delivery apps would vanish. People would rush to physical stores, and shelves would empty fast. Credit card systems might fail too, since they rely on online verification. Suddenly, cash would be king again. Imagine teenagers asking, "Wait, what's a check?" Day 3, work meltdown. Offices would grind to a halt. No emails, no Zoom calls, no cloud documents. Businesses would scramble to use phones, faxes, or even couriers. Productivity would drop like a rock. Meanwhile, news outlets would go old school. TV, radio, and newspapers would become the main sources of information again. Day 4, travel chaos. Airports rely on internet systems for booking and scheduling. Without them, flights would be delayed or canceled. GPS apps like Google Maps would stop working, so people would have to rely on paper maps or just asking strangers for directions. Road trips would suddenly feel like the 1980s. Day 5, entertainment drought. No Netflix, no Spotify, no online gaming. Families might rediscover board games, or, brace yourself, talk to each other. Movie theaters and live concerts would see a boom, because people would crave something to do. Even libraries might get crowded again. Day 6, school scramble. Online classes would vanish. Students would have to return to physical classrooms. Teachers might dust off chalkboards and overhead projectors. Kids would complain, but secretly, some might enjoy the break from endless online homework. Day 7, communication breakdown. Messaging apps like WhatsApp, Messenger, and email would all be gone. People would rediscover phone calls, handwritten letters, or even fax machines. Yes, fax machines. Neighborhoods might start posting paper notices on bulletin boards, just like the old days. Here's the shocking part. The internet shutdown wouldn't just be inconvenient. It could be dangerous. Hospitals rely on online systems for patient records. Power grids use internet-based monitoring. Even water supplies are managed with online controls. A week without internet could risk lives. But at the same time, something surprising would happen. People would slow down. Neighbors would talk more. Families would spend time together without screens. Communities might feel closer, at least for a little while. It would be a strange mix of chaos and connection. So, what if the internet shut down everywhere for 1 week? The world would stumble, panic, and maybe even break a little. But it would also remind us that life doesn't have to be lived entirely online. We'd rediscover old habits, old tools, and maybe even old joys. When the internet finally came back, we'd appreciate it more, but also realize we survived without it. Maybe we'd use it a little more wisely.